What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the best of my recollection. When I was in junior high, right up through high school until I was about 17 years old, I was a really fervent evangelical Christian. Both of my parents were raised Catholic, but my sister and I were never made to go to Catholic church growing up. So at some point, my mom decided she wanted to start going to church, but she didn't want to go to Catholic church. So she started bringing my sister and I to Covenant Baptist Church. I was probably like, 8 or 9 years old. People were like really into it. They were really into reading the Bible and getting out there and talking to people about Jesus and stuff. And I just thought that was like really cool compared to all the Catholic stuff I'd been exposed to. We got to go on trips, we got to go camping and canoeing and do all kinds of like just fun like youth ministry type stuff. There was something called the American Baptist Youth Ministry. I believe that's what it was called. And the ABYM had an American Baptist Youth Convention every year. We go to this convention, our youth group, and there's like thousands of kids there, and it's like really fun, and these kids are from like all over the place and whatever. They were having an election to nominate the president of the American Baptist Youth Ministries. The only official position I've actually ever run for. Came up with a quick campaign message, got some campaign materials out there. They had the election, tallied up all the votes, and who do you think won? That's right. I became the president of the American Baptist Youth Ministries, charged with helping organize the following year's convention. This was a great victory, not only for myself, but for my church youth group. Everybody was stoked. Everybody loved it, thought it was awesome. Nobody was happier than me, and nobody wanted to celebrate more than I did. And what do you think I did that night to celebrate a little bit up in my hotel room with a couple of my other buddies from the youth group? We had some girls over, of course. And well, to put it simply, that just wasn't tolerated, with the grown-ups. And they said, Mike, look, a lot of our Baptist religious leaders are already dogged by scandals, sexual scandals, financial scandals. You can't be one of them. We can't have you out there, girls in your hotel room, doing God knows what. The next day, turn around and, act like Mr. Christian Baptist Youth over here. You got to make a decision. You got to either represent the Baptist youth of America, straight and narrow, or you can go crooked and Satan. Satan, straight. They took the title away from me. There was nothing I could really do about that. I couldn't really, if that happened today, it'd be obvious that it was a coup, it was a political shakedown. How can you believe what you're reading or seeing? How do they know? How do they know I wasn't telling those girls about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? You know what I mean? Like, even born-again Christian girls want to have a good time. Everybody just wants to have a good time. My first appointment to a major religious office, if you want to call it that, unfortunately it was marred by scandal and a real moral misstep on my part. I know Jesus forgives me. I don't know about the fucking youth pastor, but I'm right with the Lord now. You gotta fight for your right to party, I think, is the bottom line on that one. That's it. Tune in next time. The other thing I kind of liked about this whole hardcore born-again Christian scene is that there's a real subversive feeling about walking around with your Bible in high school and, you're not coming across like the typical religious kid, but you're the only one doing it, so it feels kind of like punk rock and stuff. There was that element of it for me. I don't consider myself a Christian anymore. There was basically a point when I pretty much decided I wasn't going to buy into the entire Christian model anymore, really. It wasn't just like I slowly drifted away from it. I made a decision that this shit was fucking stupid and I didn't want to follow it anymore. I liked the church that I went to. Like I said, we got to do a lot of cool stuff. We went down south, rebuilt houses for poor people and stuff like that. There was a lot of really cool friends I made, blah, blah, blah.